I learned something today. Something I don't like knowing. Game audio doesn't record if Bandicam is muted or uses extreme record.
So we are doing developer commentary of episode 5. It's hard to believe, but after 20 years, Alan Blum and Richard Levelord Gray have come back to build all new content for Duke Nukem 3D using a lot in pretty much the original tools. Now the engine is upgraded. This development commentary will talk about some of that. You can also tell that we're able to put a lot more detail in these maps because of increased performance of computer hardware since the last 20 years. It's pretty exciting. We're getting an all new episode for Duke Nukem 3D in the classic style.
Yeah, they included things like bump.
The Nintendo 64 version of Duke 3D, they had all the source, and they went in and messed with the maps a little bit. They took the automobile you made in Pigsty, and they put it right there. So there's an automobile right here in Hollywood Holocaust in the N64 version of Duke 3D. Yeah,
weird.
Who came up with this idea of bleach blonde biker bimbos? Attack of the Blue.
I don't remember.
It feels very George.
Yeah, it's probably George. I think this $1 million sign is from Blade Runner. There used to be a lot more stuff here. There used to be a bank across the street. There used to be a bridge going across the corner by the Innocent sign that went to a garage that you started at. Well, all that was reduced because if you stood in this corner, we had to get 20 FPS
on
standing in the corner.
DX266.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
66
An Intel
megahertz.
DX266. Not even a Pentium.
20 frames a second, which is pretty slow.
And we'd cheat. We'd go down to 15. Yeah, I mean, I think we allowed you to shrink the window down too, so you're actually rendering less, and then you could get your frame rate up if you're on a worse machine.
That's funny because if you bring up the console there, we actually got rid of 8 pixels off the top of the screen. That's just black because that gave us a couple frames.
Check up at the billboard there. Highly relevant social commentary.
People don't even know that.
Pop culture reference from 1995.
O.J. Simpson.
Beside
It's a little loud for me, sorry.
just playing through it and trying to get to the exit. Back then with Doom and everything, they also calculated how long it took you to get to the exit.
Yep.
So
yeah, the fastest exit you can actually run right around the back corner right now.
I saw a video of one person way back when, and they would run up here, grab those steroids, and use that to jump out of this window, across over to that ledge, and then around the corner while on steroids, jumping up and hitting the exit.
And they're done.
And they had finished
10 seconds.
Yeah, the whole level was like 7 seconds or something insane.
Look at those high-tech fire sprites. The Pyromania CD, I think, was like the bread and butter of effects artists back then. There was this library of all these fire effects called the Pyromania,
and they look so good.
You can just buy the disc, and you have a license to use all those effects.
Yeah,
I still get a kick when I see a movie these days using an effect off of that CD.
So, in case you wonder what this actually is, I think I know what it is. It just makes one long line of picture, because you'll notice that vertically there's no perspective. Perspective is exclusively horizontal.
If you turn to the right, you go down, there's a fire hydrant. This is one of my favorite things about Duke 3D is, watch this. And if he was damaged right now, he could even walk up and use a drink from it, and he would get 1 health point for each drink. Like the fact that just any interactivity at all was a miracle back then. This was, I think, your intended critical path for users that didn't find the secret of the rocket launcher, because you could open those doors and go in the back door.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm feeling sassy. I'm feeling like such a sassy little baby. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. No, no, no. Okay, cool. Oh wait, I need the jetpack to get up here? Oh, god damn it.
Who wants
Maybe I wanted some. How about that, huh? Video game? maybe I wanted some video game. You can watch the original playthrough if you want my full commentary, but otherwise you're gonna have to deal with me
Come get some.
having only
Come
so
get
much to say.
some.
So these are all the weapons in the base game, in base baby. You just get them, and I'm glad that I learned about this. Pretty useful. Okay. Oh, way too loud for me. I have very sensitive ears. Hello.
Man, I just realized, like, these awesome view models, they were done by James Story, and James isn't with us anymore.
No longer.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep happening. Like, as more time goes by.
Yeah. That was what, last year?
Yeah.
Hail to the king.
There's secrets. That opens up a door up there.
Yeah.
It's always hard to find though.
You know, I don't remember ever finding that.
Really?
Yeah. All the time we spent playing these levels.
Some of these things I might have put in for deathmatch so I could win.
Yeah.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
So nice these days. I can put in a bug report on editor issues and they get fixed.
They get fixed.
Yeah.
In fact, they yell at me if I don't report them.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you living with this?
The future.
There's up to 8 players, and the order, the spot that player 1 would spawn in was whichever was the first sprite dropped.
Right.
But every time you saved it, it would reverse.
Yeah.
So player 1 would become the 8th position
Yeah.
if you saved it again. So you had to always save 2 times because every odd numbers became even and even numbers became odd every
This
time.
is what was the teleporter. The one that was the primary teleporter had to be the first one
Yeah.
in there.
There's still
Because it was
so
in a
many
queue.
little
Yeah.
idiots. You just like, you got to become the engine whisperer.
Well, we're doing a re-release, right?
Yeah.
Can I go fix that?
I don't know.
I can't live with it.
Don't save twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of
if
that,
you fix it, save it twice.
yeah,
man.
save it twice. There's a spot right over here. This texture went out misaligned because of that stupid ass bug.
Yeah.
And George would always point that out to me. He's like, "You jerk! Why tell me about that?"
I don't know how to feel about the fact they decided to put both sectional lighting and like actual radiant lighting around here. It kind of doesn't work.
Oh, we're in the bathroom.
Yeah, look at that sweet
This is gonna
mirror.
be a trigger.
And
See, and you can jump, and it would actually just mirror everything.
yeah, no mirrors in Doom. So yeah, you
What?
never saw yourself.
The engine will cull everything that is outside the visible set. And if it's not a playable space, like if it's the negative space, if there's no actual sector there, the engine will just say, I don't care, I'm not going to draw you. He's cheating the engine and he's saying, hey, through that portal, draw this again, just flip one of the axes.
Why does it work for the security camera?
Because it's looking into places that actually exist.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah, the other thing that I always think on is that mirrors are still a rarity in video games
Yeah.
to this day. Here's a problem we solved in '96.
They're expensive.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
They're expensive from a performance point of view.
Duke needed to see himself, I guess.
That's absolutely correct. You
Modern
can't have a
Duke
Duke game where he's not looking in the mirror. And I think if you use the mirror, hey, I'm looking good.
It's true though.
Damn, I'm looking good. Oh,
I hate that voice line. So let's go into sound and turn on Legacy Duke Talk.
damn, I'm looking good.
Isn't it really depressing that he sounds better back then? I wonder if they paid John St. John enough to actually put up a performance, or if they just kind of put him into a vault. Anyway, I gotta step up for a moment. I gotta close my window because it's putting a lot of ambient sound into the recording. There. Nice moment to hydrobot myself.
Phone number over
There it
the
is.
toilet.
8675309.
Let's not sing it.
Chuck had to do a special, like he had to create frames just to have him sitting and get up off the toilet, just for that guy.
It was well worth it.
Absolutely.
George approach to design. He'd be playing through a level like this, and he'd say something like that. Wouldn't it be funny if you opened this and there was an alien sitting on it? And
Yeah.
He would do that all the time.
Yeah. Back
I
then,
remember
we
the
didn't
phone
have to
numbers and
report
like that.
Easter eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a bunch of guys making a game. Yeah, it's like whatever happened, happened. I should put my email address down here in this corner.
Oh, look at that. Stalker@metronet.com.
Striker.
Sorry. Because Major Striker. I'm sorry.
Big difference.
Does it
Major stalker.
does it still work? Do you still use that email?
No, no. I actually didn't get too many emails. I was afraid I was gonna like get charged for tons of emails or something like that. But yeah, I got some emails from people saying, "Oh, what the hell is this?"
I found a message.
Yeah, and
prize?
did I win something? Like, no, you won my thanks. How's that?
Golly. Such history. I need to remember to turn this on. Look at this. Look at how much better the old looks. Because this just looks kind of gaudy to have all this strong, powerful lighting. And fucking bump maps. They're good bump maps, but... they belong. Now, you may have noticed that the solution to, there's no one to kill, though. Get out of here. Pixel kid. God dang pixel kids.
There was a place in the projector room that I think that was an accident. It's an idiosyncrasy of the engine. Where
Yeah.
you can crouch next to the projector and fall through into the hallway.
That was the hidden apartment out front, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, the red apartment. If you went into the corner, yeah, you could actually duck down and throw your pipe bombs through and blow up people down below.
Yeah.
Yeah, unintended, and people found it.
Also looked up a bunch of like information on how certain weapons work. I like how this guy spawns. If you go out there, I don't know why he spawns him, but he just does. Probably just thought it was funny or something. So a lot of places are taller.
This one's set off by an earthquake.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, if you walk here, you got some sector moving.
Because the
separating apart.
joke is that in California there's earthquakes.
It's true.
And this is Hollywood Holocaust.
There are.
We just had a massive earthquake in LA when this game was being worked on, and I think that's why that was such a prevalent.
Yeah.
Like it was on everyone's mind. The Northridge quake was like
Yeah.
a 6.9 on the Richter scale, wrecked a lot of stuff, destroyed all the freeways, and I think that was in the news. So that's probably why you did it. Is that the default wall texture down there?
It is, isn't it?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
No, I think that's not. Is that default? I don't know.
No, the default
No.
was a longer, browner brick.
Yeah,
We use that one all over the place.
I always forget they usually shoot twice. I need to remember that. It's more in detail.
Yeah, look out the window. What's on the screen there? You can open the theater window. Oh, what? It's that kind of theater. I think it doesn't matter how old the people were working on this game. They all had the mind of an adolescent.
That's because we are. Boys
Yeah.
never grow up.
Yeah. There was a
Remember this
place
one
in
either.
the projector room that I think that was an accident.
But yeah, I like, I've turned mature settings off because I felt it was kind of neat to see what the game does when you do that. We've all seen all the frivolities of Nukem.
I don't have time to play with myself.
That's true. And you get to Holoduke, so you can play with yourself.
You can play with yourself. What do you know?
Don't have time to play with myself. Don't have time to play with myself.
What was the switch inside there? I don't remember that.
You use the arcade machine.
Yeah, that's in
that's
case
just-
you accidentally got closed in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Ah,
it's a way out.
what kind of idiot would do that?
Yeah, we didn't have QA back then either, so we had to figure that out the hard way.
We play tested more than anything. That's the one thing about this game is we play tested just constantly, every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I mean, man. It's like they got all this lighting and they got this fucking stuff going on. It just doesn't work anymore.
Notice the sectors rotating on the floor? Those aren't lights being emitted by that. Those are sectors that he's spinning around. They're actually doors. They're rotating doors.
Yeah, put out a pivot point and then tag the sector and watch it go.
Also,
Don't have time to play with myself.
like he lingers on weird ones. Let's just pull up Legacy Duke. There's probably a button for this. There should be a button for this. This stupid menu has buttons for everything. You use the crosshair? Huh. Well, apparently not. Apparently that's the one thing it doesn't have.
Don't have time to play with myself.
Oh, you enunciated? Alright. I just don't think that's a good way to do the line.
That was the first instance of Balls of Steel, the pinball machine. I've got balls of steel. Balls of steel.
Yeah, everything we did was pretty hacky. You know, we didn't have Unreal tech that we have now with, you know, tons of features and tons of variables. And, you know, it was pretty hacky to have the C9 sprite that you shoot, shrunk it down, and that was a way to tag it, saying, make this invisible and do explosions based off something else.
What one designer calls hacky, another designer calls genius.
I think in game design, everything a designer does is a hack.
Yeah.
Until a coder gets tired of it and makes it a feature.
I don't know, man. The director's commentary is insightful, but at the same time, it's like...
First Pig Cop. This was a funny joke back then. I guess it's almost relevant again now. We have so many cops shooting people.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wonder
Right?
Woman.
It's interesting. Like we went through a period.
It's hilarious.
We went through a period. We went through a period where we started to respect our police officers again, and this joke became less funny. And now I think we're back, where everybody just wants to hate the cops.
Not everybody.
Well, you know, I don't hate the cops. I respect law enforcement.
Rockin'.
Gosh. There's so little energy in it. So there's a bit of design in this level that I want to talk about. There's some teleporters around this level, and there's also a room in this level. And they all exist almost entirely to facilitate an exit that isn't used. Don't know why they did it like that. They sure did. I'll be talking about it when it's relevant, don't worry. Got the situation under control. Up there is a room on the inside. It's not an interesting room, so I'm not going to show you what that room is. But it's there, it's on the map. And I don't know what the deal is. They presumably intended to have this level exit a different way, or maybe give you a secret exit or something. Doesn't do anything nowadays, though. Go die in your own time, please.
Cool.
The company does not have the resources to facilitate your tomfoolery.
Cool.
Dying's expensive, didn't you know? We have any idea like how much it costs the business for you to die? It costs us a lot. Like, people have to go off work, they have to attend your funeral. Ugh, it's so expensive. Just don't die, and we'll be on good terms here at the company. I don't know why you keep doing that, but there you go.
Come get some.
Cool. We ruined all the freaking things on there. Cool. That's not going to show up on my permanent record. You may have noticed that the medkits no longer have plus signs on them. That's because the Canadian Red Cross is like, dude, it's kind of important that the symbol stays neutral. And I'm like, sure. So they change it. That's okay. People like to make a big deal about it, but listen, it's their symbol. They have a good reason. Don't be an ass. Don't be rude, you know. The fact that I didn't know this room existed for so long is just weird to me. Holy crap, Brony, that existed. It's like, yeah. Yeah, that in fact existed all this time. It was there waiting for you to learn of its existence. Duke used to say something about this. Like, I don't think so. Oh, I forget. For some stupid ass reason, they spawn a pickup down here, even though you're extremely likely to jump out the freaking window. It's like, okay. Oh, that's cool. I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but usual player progression is going to be moving forward, so don't... Again, the bump mapping. This looks so weird. Like, this looks like ambient city lighting, at least. And this just looks like there's just a light source here, and the bump mapping is, like, super accurate. It's like, okay. I'm just gonna make a little okay symbol with my hand. I'm gonna be like, sure. No going back now. Apparently, that doesn't sound nearly as good to you as it does to me. A certain part of my voice still stays active, which I don't like at all. Which is weird because I can clearly tell while I'm talking like this, because there's a certain kind of vibration that goes on, like, back of the throat, I think before my uvula? It's weird, man. Shit's weird. I don't like that I can't, that the weapon swapping in this game is kind of extremely trashy.
Come get some.
So I just don't bother with it. Instead, I have my mouse buttons for other business. Anyway, let's pick up some extra supplies, because this game is nice. The hack-a-taxu, the hack-a-taxu. Nobody knows what we do. Do that, a funky-ass dream.
Baby.
About espionage and infiltration. It was kind of neat. And I kind of liked it. It just makes me want to say infiltration, mutilation.
Damn, I'm looking good.
Doesn't mean anything, but I can say it. You can use words to communicate ideas. Okay, we can just do this. Oh, hell yeah. I can win a pool. I can win a pool. That door used to open outwards.
Who wants some?
Man, that's kind of neat.
Cool.
Don't know why that doesn't fall in mature content. I guess that's too old for most people to even know what O.J. Simpson's trial was all about, or the chase sequence. What were they saying? I guess it was contemporary humor.
Groovy.
At the time, it was high art.
Who wants some?
Well, Duke, I don't know if I do.
Shake it, baby.
Thank you, Miss Airniverse, for providing us with quality something. Duke, you should stop giving your money to nothing. You're ruining the economy with your frivolous spending.
Who wants some? Hail to the king, baby. Yeah, piece of cake.
I don't know why that happens so often. That enemies move forward when you hit them with a rocket. Might have something to do with like the way the game synthesizes knockback or something. Well, I mean, it's a secret, but it's just that thing over there, and we're gonna loot all our stuff in a moment anyway, so who cares? Anyway. If you did a certain thing, then there's a hallway here that leads to a button that works. That button, by the way, also works. You just have to be inside of it, because the wall in front of it seems to block an activity. Maybe a fail-safe they put in. Yeah, they're sure gonna get me. Should have made that a solid wall or something. I guess that would have killed players too quickly. Oh, I get to keep my health, do I?
Come get some. Cool. Cool.
Let's pick up some ammo, and then we'll give him hell. That's wrong. That is wrong. And I can feel it in my chin chin chin. It's more important to milk those pistol rounds for what they got. Oh, this episode's gonna be long. What you gotta do, what you gotta do, you know. I messed up. I made the mistakes. I pay the price. I'm about to do these freaking levels for the umpteenth time.
That's one doomed space marine. Come get some.
Yeah, man, he just hangs a lot on things. Whereas I imagine that Duke Nukem would sound very decisive. You know, decisive.
Oh.
Like an all-action hero. All he talks about is getting stuff done. Yeah, I can notice that my little thing is still there. Little vocal speech pattern recognition systems. I would not be fooling friend computer. Anyway, since this place is empty because there's no lady here, they probably won't mind us taking their stuff. Since they're not here, they are non-existent. You can't rob who doesn't exist. Can you? Maybe you can, in fact, rob something that doesn't exist. No one's ever tried hard enough. Oh, do appear, please. Thank you. Thank you for proving the fucking point. This does like 6 damage. Ripper is 9 per shot. It's neat. Don't know why the keycards are on the inside of this. If you really think about it, it doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense at all. Dude, I don't know what your plan is, but I love it.
Come get some.
At least down to Ladyland. gosh, it's dark here. Let's go to the showers. Put on a fresh coat. Spiffy new pants. Well said, Duke. Eloquent like a butterfly.
Suck it down.
I like how explosions go through it. I don't know why they go through it.
Yeah, piece of cake.
It's really bad in the eyes. It's really bad in the old peepers. The old peepers and the old pepperoni slices. The old home slice.
Groovy.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry because I went to bed after doing a whole bunch of shit. My body is now sore.
Groovy.
Now my body's like, gosh, did I use a bunch of calories or what? And it's like, yes, yes you did. Well, how about some sugar? Just take like a whole, just take sugar, compress it into a bar and stuff it in there. It is the only way. It's the only way we can do this in a reasonable time. Alright, let's go take care of these guys too. No, I'll be turning auto aim off at some point, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna sit on that the whole time. I just want to take it nice and easy for them, you know? Also, if you ever need to prove that the pistol's actually pretty good, I think this is the moment that convinces me once and for all. Because the results are quite incredible, really. Like, this is a pretty good accuracy scores for, you know, the impression you may have gotten earlier.
Hail to the king.
Oh yeah.
Baby.
Technically, you can go back and forth if you really wanted to with this. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a big pain in the ass. I still don't know what the weapon swap glitch is about. Maybe someone can tell me. Maybe someone knows the details that go into the story as to why the game doesn't know how to handle weapon swaps properly. It always kind of got to me, really.
Who wants some?
You know, it doesn't really matter who's in control. What matters is the friends who made along the way. And the doors that killed our enemies. This will lower their force fields, allowing us to progress. You know, I've got to realize that this game is kind of obtuse in ways that I could perfectly understand a man of the modern era being very confused. Which is what I was, at least. I was very confused the first time I played this game. The amount of times I got stuck, I am not proud of. Jeepers creepers, man.
Cool.
I got stuck like every 5 minutes or so. It's like my brain just couldn't understand corporeal space. What is meat space but a dream? Anyway, let's go pick up some ammo, man. Man, I get different ammo counts every time. Before, last time was like, I have no
Groovy.
shotgun shells, or I had too many shotgun shells, or no pistons, and then lots of pistons. It's so weird, and I hate it. It's like every single time I play differently.
Who wants some?
The changes in playstyle are reflected by the changing in ammo counts. Don't pull the trigger again, sir. You're in jail. Don't you dare. There's supposed to be a poster there, but that poster isn't there for one simple reason. It's mature content. They went extremely liberal with what qualifies as mature content. They took the safe route, and I don't know what to say about that. I don't know, they took the safe route, you know?
I think
Out here on the ocean. Here on the ocean. Sheesh, gosh, three freaking big hops here too. Where's my break? Where's my fiver? Wait a second, did I see that right? That's interesting. I guess the culling can't block out the door since it's over there, but that's neat. That is a neat deet. Another neat deet that I learned about recently is that there's a little thing here. A little goober. And I was wondering why this telescope was your periscope. So why? Push the button. But look outside. Shut up. Man, I did so much better on this than my other run, because I was like deadbeat by the end of it. But yeah, there's no commentary in this. There's only commentary in the first level, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess why it's like, oh, it's the iconic Duke Nukem level because it's a porn theater. To me, it's like, I mean, is it really the iconic Duke level? Did they have the fidelity on the cameras? They might have. Should investigate at some point. Anyway, let's push the button. Mission compris. This time with game audio. What a trooper. What a trooper I am. I deserve $100,000 for that work alone.
Bastards booby-trap the sub.
Did have a lot of things, dude. Also, this is something I don't know what to say about. Is this weird triple stuff they used to make corners and such look cool? I don't know what to think about it because the effect often falls apart. I don't know. Next time more Duke with weird lighting that's not congruent with the geometry.